gentlemen, all you have to, it's simple. It's so simple. All you have to do is kick me out of your group chat. Because I guarantee you, as long as I have access to your group chat and as long as I have the ability to do shows, I'm going to post it inside your group chat. And I give this warning daily, all the time. And I let MFers know. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple stuff. Right now, I'm literally going through, I want to say this is my 7th chat that I'm going through and dropping a link in. It takes me a minute. I mean, we're talking about 30 different chats at an average of 1 chat per 3 seconds. It takes me a minute. It takes me a minute to make this stuff happen. And here we go. We're getting it in there. You're getting it in there. I'm coming in all of you is what I'm doing right now. I am coming in all of you. But I am. Yeah. I'm coming in all the chats right now. And I'm dropping a link. I'm putting it in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in and I'm putting it in them. I don't know. I don't want to victim blame or anything, but if you don't want me to come in, why was it open? You know what I mean?
I kind of feel you on that.
I'm putting it in everywhere. And then let's see what we got here. I'm sure we've got a banger of a show for you. I wish that I had awesome clips. I have some stuff that that I want to pin up. I'm not going to lie. These new 8 p.m. Meetings before the show. I'm going to have to start prepping at 6 now. So that I can fucking do what needs to be done before the show. Let me see what I can. What do I have here? Oh, now we get the image file. This is new. I love it. We now have an image file. Let's fucking play with that. I hate how finicky this is, though. I do have to tell you that. Let me see what we got here. It is finicky. ALU, NFA. We're just going to do this one. But it did it. Hey, today we're sponsored by Rich Roast, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check that out. We got to find another. There is no other coffee other than Rich Roast.
Logo, man. I hate that white background on there. But that coffee, that will get you rich. You will be grinding for your wealth, and you will be sipping for your success.
I love that. And then we also have Not NFT NYC in full effect. But I feel like a fraud. I feel like there's supposed to be another Not NFT NYC picture, and I'm going to get that now. I have it here. Let's download this. Download it as a PNG download. And we're going to get that up here in just a second. But dudes, how's it been? We've been gone for a week. I feel like once we took that week off, the market just started ripping all over the place. I count on you guys to explain why that is. But give me some information on what the hell it is that's happening there.
I don't think I've ever been politically happier in my life. Honestly, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. I mean,
from the bottom of her heart, Laura. Listen,
oh my God.
I cannot tell you how happy I am that we are no longer. When I was living abroad,
that we're no longer a democracy.
When I was living abroad, they said, "Oh, are you from the States or are you from the UK?" And I said, "Oh, I'm from the States." They said, "How does it feel to be Israel's bitch?" And I had no idea what that meant. Did my research. Definitely know what that means now. I can't be happier we're linking up with the Saudis. This is so exciting for us. Talk about generational wealth. We are about to get it. I mean, if you don't feel a little bit of nationalism right now, something's wrong with you, because these are exciting times ahead.
God, you guys are wild. I love you. But
that's the thing though, with being an investor though, you can't even help but be optimistic. Like people are like, Eddie, why aren't you mad about this? And it's like, because I own that. I own the best 500 companies in America. Like, whenever we do good in any sector, I'm happy for us. Like, I love capitalism. And I think it's just something I wish everyone could experience. Like, even if our social security was invested in the S&P, everyone would have a better outlook on what's going on. And it's like, I understand why people are mad, because America grows every year and they don't directly benefit in their eyes, right? And it's like, if you can directly benefit from it, you would be so much more happier and so much more optimistic about the future and things that are happening. So yeah,
Right,
I mean,
I'm happy with Maha, Make America Healthy Again. The one thing, there's only one, because I don't have children, because I don't, there's only one thing that I really care about right now. And if Trump could deliver on that, if RFK can deliver on that, then I think that we are just headed for higher highs.
Well, here, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a minute. Look, it looks like I hate to tell you, but I think that your people, some people may have a different perception than you do. Let me see what we have here.
A lot of people do, I'm sure.
It looks like breaking people. Oh, that's 2020. Never mind. Well, look, here's your that's 2021. This is US
why are you searching Saudi violence? Why don't you search Saudi peace?
Okay, let's do that.
Videos.
Look.
Oh, there we go. Johnny,
he's clapping. He's like,
Johnny,
dude.
stand up. Bro, look how respectful this is.
1 year ago, Trump was being prosecuted by corrupt bastards who tried to destroy his life under any circumstance. Today is receiving a standing ovation in Saudi Arabia for bringing peace to the world. This is an insane statement, bro. We are not bringing peace to the world. I'm not for it. I hate the idea that he got this plane. I mean, they're obviously going to have to outfit this thing.
Why would you hate the fact
I'll
that
tell you why. I can tell you why.
Was gifted an entire plane.
Yep.
You would want him to pay top dollar for it?
No, here's what I think, bro.
And on top of this, hold on, before you even get into it.
Okay.
Air Force One is being repaired. So it's like, what are we talking about? What are we even talking about? This is psychotic.
No, it's not. It's not, because I'll tell you why. I will. The way that I look at it, the way that I look at everything is, would I be upset if a Democrat did it? That's the way that I look at everything. If a Democrat would do that, would I be upset by it? And yeah, if
everything he's doing is what Democrats wanted to do.
You would be mad if a Democrat got another country to give us a free
luxury airplane?
Yeah.
Fucking furious. I would have so many fucking questions. I'd be
Lord, you realize that
you're not letting me explain. That's not his
personal plane.
It is if you're a dictator. It is if you're a dictator.
Lord thinks this is a Trojan horse, and some fucking Saudi Arabian is gonna pop out the back 100%. Of the cargo and.
Yep. No. I think
retired to his library, to his congressional, the presidential library. So after he's out of office, he's not going to be able to let me hop on this jet right quick. No, that's going to be, they all get things when they get gifted things. It goes into the library that is owned by.
I want to hear what Laura's saying, because I need to hear what the crazy people are saying.
Yeah, you got to hear what the crazy people are saying. So I'll just say Joe Biden got a plane from Saudi Arabia. I'm fucking like, dude, what the fuck? And you're saying that's Air Force One? That's not something that we're just paneling over here to the side. We're gonna say this is our new Air Force One. No, dude,
it's temporary. It's not the
new official Air Force One.
It's a substitute.
Even worse. So now,
have you ever been on an Emirates plane? Have you ever been on an Emirates plane? That's first class in the general. It's first class back there. That's the thing.
Here's what's happening.
Amazing.
You're asking me to explain. I say 2 or 3 words, and then you cut me off.
Okay, I'm muting him, Laura. You got it. I'm muting it right now.
You got it.
So here's what I think is that if Joe Biden got a Saudi plane, I'd be like, is this guy mental? Is he mental? Like, I mean, Air Force One is where the presidents are discussing everything. It's the Oval Office, any kind of crisis room that needs to happen. That's where it's happening. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to go out there and outfit it out and debug it or whatever it is that they have to do. I'm just saying that all the things that they may not see. You see what I did there? They may not see out there. Well, that's not you know what I mean? And what anything that they could miss, anything that they could miss, right? So that's number one. I'd be like, this guy deranged. And then if you try to tell me, oh no, this isn't the real Air Force One, it's just going to be a temporary thing. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? So we got to pay the taxpayer has to pay to have this whole thing retrofitted, and taken apart and put back together again, so that we know that there's no Saudi interference with it or any spy tech or something that would, God forbid, harm our president in the middle of a flight. And we've got to spend, I don't know, millions of dollars at least to get this going. I'm upset by it. I don't think that it's good. And then it brings up the other part, brings up questions. Now you can say that, like, oh, he doesn't get to keep it with him. But if Joe Biden was doing some of the things that Trump is doing now, I'd be like, he sure as fuck could. If he's a dictator, he'd be able to use it whenever he wants. What do you mean? He'll be able to use it forever if he wants.
Joe Biden did some of the things he was doing now, we wouldn't be so in the situation we're in.
Bro,
yeah,
Joe
you guys would not be on board if Joe Biden was doing some of these things. You wouldn't be on board. You would not be on board.
I would love to hear from our president.
No. Let me tell you why.
Have our president brokering peace deals. I would love for our president to say, okay, the Saudis, this is their one situation. They don't want Israel involved in these peace negotiations. They don't want Israel.
Here's a plane.
And Trump is recognizing Taiwan and Palestine. He's ending the Russian-Ukrainian war. I don't know. I'm pretty with it. And what government have we ever had that is acknowledging the global elites? That we have a, oh,
he's acknowledging them.
New world order. No, I'm saying, like, he canceled the CBDCs. We're not going to be able to be in 15-minute cities unless we want to, which the Saudis are building their own 15-minute city by desire. Like, they want to pay to be in that situation that they can shut out the rest of the world. Los Angeles 15-minute cities would not be that case. And Trump is ending that. So I just think a lot of the things that are trying to keep us down as people, I just think it's lifting a little bit. I feel lighter, Laura. I can't believe you feel heavier with all this.
Yeah, I do. Ton heavier. I mean, eventually I'll be taken away to.
Hey, here's some other news, though. While I'm looking into it, this does seem very controversial, by the way. In 2023, reports surfaced about a Boeing 747 used by Trump's campaign, which was previously owned by a Saudi royal family member and later transferred to a Trump-affiliated entity. The plane wasn't a gift, but it was part of a complex transaction involving Saudi wealth funds, raising questions about influence. So unlike Biden, who faces scrutiny as a sitting president, Trump was a private citizen and former president. So he's not bound by the same federal ethics, but obviously we see where that goes. Like, if you're going to be the president and people know there's some sort of political influence, obviously. But
so you admit that there is a political influence there?
There has to be, right? Because this guy's going to be the leader of the country. It's 2023. America's going to shit if this guy's not the leader. So then you're like, let me give him a plane. I'm going to be on his good side in some sense, right? Like, there's no way you don't know that that's right. But I think where Brittany stands is, like, everybody was like, prior to this, everybody who said, like, free Palestine or that Palestine's a country or that Israel is doing something wrong over there, any of those three things, they were, like, crucified. And I think that Saudi Arabia standing up as a very powerful country, one of the richest countries in the world, as far as like their president gets paid, like, I want to say 8 to 9 billion a year as like, obviously he's like a dictator of some sort, but it's like these guys are so wealthy, though, in the sense that like Russia Putin only gets paid 140K. So it's like you're looking at these drastic differences of wealth and like where people's heads are at. This guy is still saying, hey, I'm not doing business with Israel. I don't recognize Israel because the genocide that they're committing over there in Gaza.
And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's just what it is.
You guys don't have any problem with the flip-flopping. Is that, Palestinians can't stay in Palestine. And then, no, I'm pro-Palestinian. You guys don't have any.
Do you know that he said he was going to take it outside of when he was saying that, everybody was like, oh, talking about Trump-a-lago, Gaza-a-lago. That was saying that he was going to remove it from Israel's rule. So Netanyahu is now, think about this untouchable man who has committed so many atrocities, so many just massive world crimes. Trump is out here with the Saudis brokering peace deals, and Netanyahu and his people are begging the World Crimes Court not to prosecute him. Like,
right,
look, how are we not celebrating these things?
Well, the thing is, too, is like if you understand the history of Israel, I don't want to say who's doing good or bad or what, but the people who are now living in Israel, they didn't live there before. They like came over to that country.
Occupiers,
And
settlers.
then they took over that place, and now obviously they are a full country. But the history that they, after World War II, that they ended up over there, that they actually pushed the Palestinians out down to Gaza, and that whole area was actually Palestine. So it's like when you start thinking about like it's happening right now, even in Africa, and Elon's posting about it. Oh, we're accepting a lot of immigrants that are white from South Africa. And they're like, they're making 148 laws that are against white people over there. And you have to sit back and think about it and be like, well, the whole beginning is actually colonizing. And you guys took this place away from, older tribes. And then the Zulu came, and then you guys took it from them. And then it just goes back and forth so much that like,
yeah, I'm not a Trump yes man. So I'm not saying everything. I'm not with that immigration. I'm like, I thought it was America first right now. Why are we busting in people from South Africa? That makes no sense. That's absolutely absurd. We're supposed to be focused on America, focused on our trade, not helping some other immigrants that never mind. But,
so when you dig to the past, though, it's very confusing to like have a take for the now, because it's not always right now. Like people's families and generations and memories go back further than just the decision we're making now.
Yeah, we got
so are we doing that? Wait, are we doing that for every country or just this specific one? Because I think every country has had tremendous takeovers and refugees and settlers and occupiers and conquerors. So are we doing this for everybody? And how far back are we going?
Exactly. And how hard do you go? But like, especially being an outsider, like the number one thing is, how do you even have an opinion? Like, how can you have a real educated opinion
because
when your family
we're paying for it?
That's
so let me tell you, if these people stuck in Palestine and Israel, I'm not saying my heart wouldn't go out to them, but I wouldn't feel like, oh my God, we're funding a war on the other side of the world. I don't want us to be funding anywhere. We're so interventionalist. We need to just mind our business and keep it cute and keep our money to us instead of we're helping Ukraine, we're helping Palestine. No, why are we spending the money? And if we're gonna stop spending the money and that means we need peace deals, I am all for that.
But anyways, the plane is just a distraction. It's just a little gift. It's just something to cause an argument, because he had to accept it because it was a gift. And there's this peace.
He didn't have to accept it. He could very well be like,
if you're creating peace within a country and you're trying to establish good relations, you do not reject a gift. So you have to accept it, right? And then the off chance that you don't, you're not really creating a good relations. Right, but you're appeasing like whatever 50% of the U.S. So in the worldwide regard, it's just like you go to a Mexican's house and they're trying to feed you some fucking beans and rice, and you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm not trying to eat it.
Like,
no, you break out the tortilla and you start fucking making little tacos out of that shit ASAP, because that's showing the respect and trying to grow the relations. So I feel like, and this is just my opinion, that this could still be a checkmate move, which we should pay attention to, where Saudi Arabia knew they would be upsetting people by doing this again, because they knew the 2023 incident already happened and that came under a little bit of scrutiny, but Trump was a private citizen, not a president at that time.
Yeah, so he's removing all these people that he even said in that speech. These people are coming over to our country telling us how to take care of our people. He removed us from the WHO, the WEF, the WTO. Like we're pulling out so many things that are trying to these people, these shadow governments that are actually controlling things. And Trump said, no, I'm not with that anymore. I'm not going to be beholden to these allies just because we've been. We're going to find a new way. And if we're broke and Israel's broke, then it makes sense to find a new ally that has money.
So like Russia, maybe.
Hey, I'm not mad at Putin. I mean,
oh my God.
Cool. I know, it's crazy when you do some research and you actually look into some history and you actually see what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy that, if you told me this in 2020, that I would be like, wait, maybe Putin's not the bad guy. After you do a little research, you'd be surprised.
Well, no, he's a dictator, right? And
Absolutely.
And I don't want to live. I don't want my country partnering with fucking dictators. I don't think it's cool.
Okay, do you want if you have to take the best of the most evil, do you want your country siding with a dictator, or do you want your country siding with a shadow government who is using a puppet?
Every government is a shadow government.
Okay, Laura. There's no getting to you on this, but I'm very excited. I'm just super happy. I'm happy.
I've been walking around and saying that every 10 minutes. She's like, man, I'm so happy about
I'd rather take our oil from fracking and messing up the environment and a drill baby.
I'm shocked to hear you say that.
And have us have blood on our hands with children. Anything that happens with children, I'm just not okay with. Anything that happens with children is just such a spot for me that your babies are dying, or we're gonna have to mess up the environment and get some oil. We're gonna get some oil.
We literally have the best country in the world, and so we have nothing to complain about. We only can have opinions about where this drama is taking place, which is actually overseas. And it sucks because unless you like are living over there and you're subject to anything going on over there, it's hard to have like a well-rounded opinion. But what I can say is I think that like the deficit is like very bad. It's horrible.
Agreed.
If you're not scared of that, then you don't know about money. And then secondly, I would say that like the state of the world of not being as soft and as like fucking sensitive, has become better. And it's like those are the two things I feel like I've just like witnessed by myself, where I'm like, these are two things I can appreciate.
Honestly, Israel's taking all of our money. China was holding all of our debt. It makes sense to broker some more alliances. It just makes sense that either we're going straight to zero or we're going for higher highs. And with these
guys just promised to invest billions to the
trillions
they're buying,
after all of these deals.
They're buying from Nvidia. They're buying from the biggest companies that are in America. And that's what we do is we like, we don't serve you the cheapest stuff and like the most inexpensive things, but like high-end luxury software,
services.
And it's like tech, like we got that for you. Like that's like we got the best stuff. So
and we've been falling behind in the AI race, and this new deal with Saudi Arabia is going to show us what AI integrated cities can look like. Trump says he's against 15-minute cities, but to more so help our life and to not be so lagging behind China and so lagging behind the Middle East.
What do you not like about this this time? Because like in my experience, it's like I do spend a lot of my time looking at. We watch every Trump address. We watch.
It moves the market.
We watch
so you have to be informed.
Bessent and Lutwig. Like when we watch these guys like jump on to CNN and MSNBC and like. We pay attention to all of this stuff, so we're able to get like a big picture. And I think a lot of people just go online, they're watching doom scrolling all day. They watch one rage video about
media headlines, and they're not watching the full videos of what's being talked about, and they're not watching the full address to the nation. They're just pulling. And Trump was right in the last one. He said, "Hey, the media has been pretty fair on this visit," and I think it was really good. I think
it was kind of spot on because when I watched it, I was kind of like, bro, they played that song. What's that one by one was like, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Bro, they had this.
What other country is going to have their military personnel saluting a foreign nation's national anthem to the flag?
You brought this
to the foreign nation's flag. That's crazy.
That's not our national anthem, though.
No.
No, the other time that they had the flag and then they're doing the.
They have the whole American flag on the left.
They had the.
He went out to YMCA, bro. Like, and they played the whole song. Like, it's so much respect. Like, it's not the national anthem, but goddamn, it's damn near.
And every time Trump was not saluting their flag, but they were saluting the American flag every time. And Trump was not saluting the Saudi, the. And
it's love because we had so much sanctions on them. The war in Syria, like they've had the war in Syria since 2011, dude. Like the civilization was fighting each other. It was like civil war over there. And so it's like, if you stay out of the politics completely, it's easy to just be like, yo, this is bad. This is not good. We shouldn't do this. this is great. Like honestly, there's like no other better.
Okay,
thing
but
that
can
could
we
happen
talk
in the
about that
Middle East.
Syrian war for a quick second?
What you know about the Syrian war?
Trump didn't speak about this, but the CIA had a lot to do with that, and that whole uprising. That's this is the one government who is bringing up, hey, the FBI and the CIA do things with American taxpayer dollars that we have no say over. There's no reports on this. They're kind of running their own missions, and they're breaking up a lot of the U.S. aid or USAID offices since he's been elected. But speaking about the things that we do internationally, Rwanda, the genocides that we commit through the CIA, FBI funding, it's disgusting. There's a lot of blood on our hands, but it seems like we're, I don't know, washing a little bit of it off.
Got it.
Stressing you out, Lord.
Yeah, Lord looks cooked right now. Lord.
No. I'm checking
No.
something out. Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
I'll tell you. Jensen Wang is here, but Tim Cook's not.
Jensen Huang being at the thing, and then he says, shout out to TSMC. Him even mentioning TSMC, like saying, hey, TSM, like we're with you. US is with you. That's
Taiwan.
That's Taiwan somebody. And then him
That's
saying,
like a little. That was like a little like jab
yeah,
at China.
Exactly. But if you don't read it, if you're not peeping it, then you're not peeping it. But him saying, oh, Jensen is here, but Tim Cook isn't. That
do you want to play?
That killed me.
Do you want to play?
Laughing. I was like, let's go check Apple's share price right now.
Do you want to play anything from Saudi Arabia, Trump?
Yeah. Let's do it.
There might be something to laugh at.
Lord's angry.
Lord's
no, I'm not.
These kids, the kids are ruining America.
No. The kids are ruining America. I love that. I love that. I don't know if I can use that. No, the kids are ruining America. I love it. It's like I gave my kids a gun and they're just fucking, hey, fuck you, neighbor.
The nephews are ruining town.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll be honest. So I will tell you. Look, I'll tell you exactly how. I've got a good one for you. I'm going to tell you how Trump cured my
TDS.
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you how ChatGPT cured me from that. And my new way of thinking and the way that I view it. So I was concerned, and then I realized how fucking weak he is. I realized, and that's my stance now. And in fact, Trump,
the guy who got shot for America.
Did he though? Did he? Did he?
Wait, that guy?
Did he? Or was that an op?
Did he?
Was that a
psyop? Diddy? Bring up the court case on Diddy.
I think what Laura's referring to, he's so weak, as in we have Congress, we have checks and balances, we have different people put in place so that POTUS does not run wild with.
Yeah, just all kinds of things.
Yeah, to accept that plane, he needs congressional consent on that as well, right?
I don't think he does.
No, he does. Check it out.
No. Yeah, I mean, I just.
Why did this one become so political? I thought we were here for investing.
No, we are. So I just, like I said, I was just gonna finish it there. Is that I just realized how fucking weak he is. Like, I'll give you perfect examples. Like, oh, I'm gonna throw out all the immigrants. I'm gonna throw out all the immigrants, and then like I look to see, like I mean. Look at in Mexico when they catch bad guys, they fucking line them up. This is who we got. This is what we did. This is all the drugs. When you find a bunch of drugs, you put them out on the table here in the U.S. You find a bunch of guns, they put them out on the table in the U.S. You would think that they would do the same for immigrants. Like, hey, we found all these immigrants and we're sending them back. But when I look on anything, they're talking about one guy, the Abreu Garcia guy, which I like. Hey, okay. But then I just see, what is it? Footage of like they're grabbing ladies off of the street, putting them in. I'm like, this is your plan? I thought it was going to be like millions of people. I mean, by now we should have hundreds of thousands out, and he hasn't done that. So it's like, I'm like, oh, you're not as strong as you say are. He's like, oh, we're not going to tax tips. And then what does he do? Is like, what does this bill propose? Oh, we're taxing tips. We'll give it back to you, though. I swear to God, we will. And then, there's no tax on overtime. Well, there is. We're going to take it from you. But I swear we're going to give it back. And so it's like all these little promises that he's made is like, oh, you're a weak bitch. Like, you can't do anything that you're talking about. Like, anything you say you're going to do, you fall flat on your floor. Dude,
off of this is Basent. Basent is the one that's like, bro, if we got rid of all the immigrants, some of these states would fall. Some of these states
Well,
are
you
built
said you were
on-
going to do it, though. You said you were going to do it. It was better for the country. Don't lie to my face and say, "Oh, we're going to do this." And
It's
then we
America first. but
not
it's-
America alone.
Whatever. So then why promise to do that if you're not going to do it?
Uh-huh.
So weak.
Because
What a
that's what
weak
politicians
president.
do. That's what
Yes, but he's-
politicians do,
yes,
Lord.
but he's weak.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all gonna do that. So find
He's
the one
weak.
that's gonna follow through on at least some
So
of the shit.
what's the Trump Saudi thing you said that was good?
I think that, Laura, have we seen our previous president do anything? Like literally, he was on vacation more than half of his presidency. He didn't do any press conferences.
But Laura had nothing
We
to say
didn't-
then.
I mean, it's so
Yeah,
refreshing
it
to
was
have
so
a
nice. It was so
president that is
boring.
speaking for
It
us.
was honestly, you can do all these covered calls and cash secure puts. Nothing got assigned. You just collect premium. It was nice. The stock market was mad nice then, but I can't complain. I'm in the same position I was in February at the all-time highs, bro. Like
I was my I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not able to say, but there's this person pretty
no,
near.
say it, bro. This is
I can't. But I'm going to give you an example of the way that I see some Trump supporters. Because it's funny. I was talking to my mom with it. I was like, you can't tell these Trump supporters shit. You can't tell them shit.
That's how we feel about the Dems.
Wait, can I say
I'm
I'm
like-
not a Trump supporter? I'm an
Huh?
American supporter.
Oh,
I'm an
I
American
like that.
supporter.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I'm not doing this two-party
but-
thing. No. I'm doing what is right for America is what I want.
I'll vote Democrat next time if that's what I need.
straight
to
like
do.
that because
But honestly, JD Vance next. Like he's the next.
yeah, I think
Bro,
he
he
would
got
be-
he got $250,000 in Bitcoin. Like he has the same bag I have. I mean, I don't have $250,000, but I'm just like our bags are more similar than any other politician.
I think his wife would be an amazing first lady. I think that would be
an
a
Indian,
great-
man. That would be the first Indian first lady. That'd be nice. Like
They
they both got style though. When you look at Flotus and Slotus, they both got
So
the
fly.
style. Yeah, they got style.
Was there still something you wanted me to check out about that or no?
What do you call if Kamala got who's?
Oh
what's the first
God,
husband?
that's thing. See, and here's the thing: is
What do you
I'm
call the
very
first husband?
open. A punk, bro. Like, that's what I'm like, bro. Like, I could not, bro. Like, the thing is, and here's the thing: is that they're trying to force her and on us, and like, oh, she's running again. I was like, I wish she wouldn't. She's not gonna capture she's not going to capture any demographic from the right, and it's not about her being a woman. That's not at all what it is. It's just that I don't know, she doesn't carry herself well. She doesn't the fact that CBS interview was all chopped up. The fact that she wouldn't go on Rogan. So for Rogan just to be like,
she didn't go on Rogan, killed everything.
You know, she was like a very popular club girl in LA with Diddy and a lot of music execs back in the day. And so if you're in LA, even if you're
Montel
on the
Jordan,
left,
wasn't she with
Montel Jordan, even if you're on the left,
this
people
is
are
how
like,
we do it.
they can't see her as a first
Kamala,
lady.
this is
Or
how
they
we
can't
do
see her as
it.
the president.
Here's where
Presidents are not in the clubs hanging out with rappers.
So here's where I think I'm a bad Democrat is that I'll call it out quick. I'm like quick to be like, you can't just get me to follow. And so if I see something I don't like, which started for me, all of this mess started, all of this would have been avoided if they would have fucking put Bernie up. But no, they had to be Hillary. I had to be Hillary.
You know the Dems are crooked, bro, and everything that
every party is crooked. I don't want to
they are
any of that.
The things that Bernie ran on, bro, is the same shit Trump is doing. Like that's the thing is Trump is a Democrat running as a Republican. Like you do not see that, but it's like look at these policies, like the immigration, the for the working class, like all
the
this.
parties have flipped. They really have.
We're getting off
you
topic.
You forget where the Republican Party was formed. They were formed. Do you know why?
They were formed. They were originally Democrats, and the Democrats were originally Republicans, and then you had that swap.
The main basis of a Republican Party being formed was to stop the spread of slavery from the South to the North. And people forget that people want to be like Democrats are for the black people, and it's like. You don't even know history, man. Like, stop. It's Republicans. Like, they've always been the one actually coming through with some stuff. But again, I'm with what Brittany said.
That's the first thing that I think about when it is.
If Republicans go too crazy, I'm going Dem. That's just how it is.
The first thing that I think about.
If you can't have that mentality of I have more information now, my thought can change. Now my
That's the way it
idea
has to
of
be.
it can change.
That's the way it has to be.
And some people, I'm like talking to them about this stuff, and they're like, well, that's just what I think, and that's just what I believe. I'm like, well, let's look at the evidence. But no, because you're so emotionally tied to these political opinions. You think what I want Trump, the guy who was on Apprentice when I was a kid, and like with all these, no, I don't want him to be the president. Did I think that he was going to be the one to be like, hey, Israel, we're not your bitch anymore. Hey, China, you don't own us anymore. No, I was not expecting that. And here we are so soon. And I'm living for it. Living for it.
What I will say is that I'm trying to get to the point of this person here is like, and I was talking to my mom about it before this person showed up later during the week, but I was like talking to some of these Trump people. The way that it is that like you can ask them, hey, what's the price of gas? And they'll be like, well, Trump said it's $1.99 out somewhere, and so like, no, wait. What is the price of gas? Well, Trump said it's $1.09. No, motherfucker. When you went to go get gas right now, how much was it? You know, and it's like you can't tell them in their mind. It doesn't matter if they're going to the pump and paying $3.49. Trump said it's $4.45,
motherfucker. $4.45 LA.
I totally get what you're saying, but I did just see somebody.
Wait, no, stop. Hold on, Brittany. Hold on.
Somebody post a video, and they went to the most expensive gas station in all of the city that is only a tourist trap. That gas was at least $2 more than where we get gas.
Oh, well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where I go to pay. It's not $1.99. So I told my mom, I was like, that's what it is with these people.
Oh, that's a fucking lie. Yeah, no, I placed
hold on. Wait. Just let me get this out. So then this person comes by, we're all having dinner, and we get into, unfortunately, this type of discussion. Yes. And so I asked this person, I was like, how much is gas? He's like, well, Trump says it's $1.99 right off the rip. Like 100%. And I'm like, no, dude, how much is gas? He's like, well, in some parts, it's $1.99. I was like, how much do you pay for gas? Well, it's different.
How much do you pay for gas, Lord, for reals?
$3.50.
All right.
I think it's at $3.22 right now.
I will never freaking lie. You ask me how much gas is, I'm gonna be like, yo, I pay $4.45, and sometimes I get these little fucking loyalty discounts or whatever that I apply to my things from filling up gas all the time. Or Brittany and I drive all the way to her mom's house, living all the way in the IE, where gas is like 10 to 20 cents cheaper, and we try to seek it out. So it's like, when I heard him say $1 something, anything, I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. Yeah, but I believe it though. Like in the crazy part of like Alabama, like right next to an oil mine or some shit. Like, yeah, of course.
Here's the thing. I love you guys. I will always love you guys. We've always had these different opinions on things, which is another reason why I love you. That makes me think a different way. But I hope that you never get so brainwashed that like you're like, oh no, it's
we're already brainwashed.
No, when they start and when people start bringing up talks about like we're gonna take your guns, we're gonna end certain rights, no due process, that you guys are like, nah, man, we're not down with that shit. We don't agree with that. That's not a good thing.
You realize that's a Republican thing, right? The Dems want to take your guns.
Okay, so you're sure, yes, exactly.
I was just wondering. Yes,
you're right. You're right. Yep, you're right. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that Democrats should be doing that, but I also don't agree that Republicans should be doing that. So if somewhere were to bring up a bill,
I go by the
Constitution,
bro. I go by the Bill of Rights.
Beautiful. So if somebody says, hey, Eddie acting a little crazy over there. Lore said something crazy about Trump. I think he has TDS. We're gonna lock him up in a psych ward and take his guns.
DM me that right now. I was like, no, he's good. He's all right.
Yeah. No, man, fucking.
Well, you've seen people in other countries getting, having visits for what they're saying on social media.
I'm not cool with that shit. I'm not fucking cool with it. I don't think it's all right. I don't think it's all right for Republicans or Democrats to do that.
Do you think freedom of speech and the right to bear arms go hand in hand?
Hand in fucking hand, baby.
Okay, and there's only one party that tries to be the censorship.
Only one. There's only one. Yep, only one. But we won't. But if another party were to do it, we would definitely not be blind to
any
that,
party
right?
doing it is wrong. But the party that wants to take away the guns and the party
two parties wanted to do that, oh, bro.
Oh, so okay. So
as soon as that's the beauty about the Democrats. That's the beauty. As soon as the Republicans start doing it, the Dems will be like, "Oh, that we didn't want
Who
no part
was
of
the
it."
Who was the party policing speech last year when we had all the people who didn't know what a man was, what a woman was?
Mark Zuckerberg's party.
Who were the people policing speech last year when we
Was anybody getting arrested over it?
Oh,
In
people were
Europe,
having visits.
in
People-
Germany,
Hold on. No.
and all
Here
the
in here in
partnerships that we
States,
had, where you
was
said
anybody-
you don't
let
want
me
to be
ask this.
partners with
Was anybody
communists,
having their
but
phones?
yes, it was happening.
Was anybody having their phones searched to see if you said anything negative like that?
I don't know. That's very specific. I don't know.
No, that's pretty specific. Was there ever a time where people were crossing borders from either Canada or Mexico? They're like, "Hey, have you said anything negative about LGBTQAI? We need to search your phone." Has that happened?
No, I'm sure people have gotten cited, and the people that are getting, hey, can you read and write in English? Let me see your phone. The truck drivers and stuff. I don't. Yeah, all of it is invasion. All of it is,
Yeah, I'm not for it.
Not.
I'm not for it.
All right. Well,
so let me ask you this. I'm wrong. You're right. All right. The market seems to feel that you guys are right. What the fuck is making it pump? You're on mute or something.
Sorry.
The art of the deal, man. It's happening already. It's like everything they told you to be afraid of, that they said CapEx was going to be down, which is capital expenditure, meaning spending to grow the business, invest in AI, blah, blah, blah. They said that was going to go low. They said that, jobs were going to come back bad. They said all these things let up, and we're here, and like nothing's changed. Basically, all that's changed is we've gotten deals after deals, which have became catalyst. Like, this is how I like to see it. Trump set himself up with all these little catalysts, and as soon as he hits them, he was just, it's like in fucking Mario or something, like the speed track arrows. He's just like phew, phew, phew. But you didn't really realize that he was going to hit them. He put them there. They're artificial. He put this stuff there themselves. We were fine. We had this trade. We were good. We were still on top. We were still exporting a lot of software. Our consumer base was still dependent on by a lot of countries. And these little steps came, boom, boom, boom. And we put them there. Trump put them there. Basant put them there. Letnick put them there. And we're hitting them, and we're going higher. And I just feel like that was some sort of tactic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but what I'm trying to
put
ask
your own
is
issues in front of you so that you can conquer them. Easy ones.
Okay. So that's what you attribute these market pumps to. Yeah,
because without it, you basically have a boring market where like Biden's going to the beach and nobody's doing anything, and you're just relying.
I love the beach.
You're just relying on earnings. You're relying on quarterly reports. You're relying on like businesses to come up with innovations and have presentations. But this is the time where stocks pump because of what the government's doing, and the government was basically pulling us back. But slowly but surely, they're letting us go, and we basically put these little artificial obstacles in front of ourselves. And I said this a long time ago that every trade deal, like when tariffs first came out, I was like, yo, every deal that we get is going to be another pump. And before, we only had like 4 catalysts. You'd get the earnings for Hood on 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, 4 quarter. Maybe you get a presentation, a summit, an investors meeting. These were the only catalysts. But now you got these random ass ones in the middle of the week where it's like you got an announcement that some trade deal went through, and then it's like boom, and it just skyrockets again. So for no reason, we're back. If you bought in April, you're ahead of where you were at the February highs, and that speaks for itself. It
feels good, and it's crazy because I haven't been down on my TSMC position in a very long time. Post April, I've been down on that position. Trump mentioning TSM, I'm back green on that position. Just that day, him mentioning TSM in another nation across the world, a press conference that is being worldwide, that pumped the stock. Like, what are we at? Yeah. But I'm just saying little things like that. The market is listening to everything. The market it's so emotional. Just like one word, it shouldn't be that emotional, honestly. So if you're getting shaken out of your bags or panicking, don't panic, because it's just an emotional market.
And there's real underlying businesses. So if stuff's not changing with the businesses, there's no reason to sell. You know, there's no reason to try to hedge yourself when it was just a market irrational behavior. And just like people are selling, and you just kind of got to understand the market more, watch it every day, listen to the news, see how markets react, and realize where the moments are.
And TSM is the only ADR that I own. A lot of these Chinese stocks are dumping. A lot of hedge funds are dumping Chinese stocks right now, and it's not great for them. I think right now Trump is worried about lowering rates, and the bond market needs a little bit of a rescue right now. But I think it's just really good. I'm excited. I haven't been this excited in a very long time.
She keeps saying that.
I really haven't been. It just feels good. It feels a little lighter. Just like all the uncertainty is like, okay.
I love that for you guys.
We've been closed off. Even just that part of the world has been so mysterious and so closed off to us with trade, traveling, everything. People were like so shocked on X saying, "Oh, they can show their hair there." You know, the girls they were doing.
Oh, like did you see that? Bring that video up. Oh,
they were all doing,
let me see if I can find
showing Trump their beautiful hair. It's like a hair dance that they do for big celebrations, and all these girls had like really long hair. They were shaking their hair for Trump, and people were like,
I have to.
"Oh, I didn't know that you could uncover your hair over there." Like, as Americans, we are so propagandized that we have no idea what goes on in other countries. Oh, that's the Middle East. Automatically, they must be wearing burqas and
oh my god, I'm sending this to you, Lord. Pull this video up, bro. Brittany had mentioned this to me. Damn, I forget which one I'm supposed to send this to, Lord. Which one am I supposed to send this to for your computer?
Through text is best.
Through text. You got it. Boom. Okay. This is weird. Like, bro, Brittany said, "Oh, like they're shaking their hair for," and I was like, "Yeah." I saw and I was like not even paying attention. And then when I really saw the video, I was like, "What is going on
here?" The
here?"
video with the sound on, I'm like, "Whoa, that's some energy."
I was like, "Call Willow Smith, bro." I shook my head back and forth.
What I was gonna say, let me see what we got here. Really? So here I'm gonna let you know this is that the cool thing is that
you hate us.
No, I love you. Nothing will ever change that.
You have to love your nephews.
I think that it's good.
Bro, we're the progressive party now. You guys are not the progressive party.
Jesus Christ.
It is crazy because if you spoke to us about this 2020, we were not radicalized by this yet. Seeing our state that we've been born and raised in, that the most beautiful state.
Radicalized. You see, they're radicalized.
No, really, because you see this your state go to absolute shit under the Democratic Party that you've been supporting your entire life. And you're like, wait, these people do not care. They're owned by the CCP. Now we are like, Trump, please make sure that we don't have any more sanctuary cities.
Sanctuary.
Oh, they're killing it.
Bro, that's that fresh hair, bro.
Those are the 22 inches that people cut off to make into weave.
They're welcoming Trump in.
All right, awesome. What was I gonna say? Damn, you guys made me forget it.
Bro.
Lord's so sad today.
No, I'm fucking tired. I've been up since 5:30. I've been fucking grinding. I'm on some shit.
So Lord, since you've been investing, since you got in at the lowest lows in April, how do we see any pumps? Are we seeing any profits?
I'm up $13. I can't believe it. Like, I feel like on top of the world.
What is that in percentage?
I don't know. 0.005. I have no idea. Oh, that's what it was. I was saying when I get finally when I'm crossing borders and I'm doing all of that, and they're like, "Hey, have you said anything bad about the president?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, but I also host a shill show for him where my counterparts just go on glazing him the whole show." So I don't know. It's
I'm not a Trumper. It's crazy. It's just everything that I've seen wrong.
The Dems created never Trumpers into like forever Trumpers. Like, it's crazy because it's just like, I don't know why they did that. They didn't have to.
Why did you let the shadow government turn our state and our country to shit? And now I'm like, when would I buy
See what you
everything.
started,
Thank you,
Laura?
billionaires. Thank you, billionaires, for saving our country. Like, that's insane that I'm saying that. Thank you, billionaires, coming
It
to
is.
save
We
us.
got to
because our
fix that.
government
I got to
isn't
figure
doing
that shit out.
shit. Like, our government, once you realize that before, maybe our government is here to kill us, not take
God.
care of us. So if we're like, okay, we're going to fight the power and turn this around, we're not going to have CBDCs. We're not going to have these 15-minute cities. We're not going to be poisoning ourselves with bioengineered ingredients and colors and all this fake food. It's a good time. It's a good time to be excited.
Fuck yeah.
Unless you're still in the Matrix. Then I don't know. If you're still in the Matrix, can't be helped right now.
Yeah, if you're someone who like rejects Bitcoin, we know your paradigm hasn't switched. We already know.
Oh yeah. Anything else?
I was just listening to Pump, and he was like, Bitcoiners, and obviously Bitcoiners aren't poisoning themselves with Matrix food, basically, is what he was saying. And I was like, wow, that is so true. It's a personality type. Either you're in this stuff and you're an NPC, or you're like, no, cryptocurrency is the way. We're gonna like broaden and expand what we can do through fintech, through AI. There's just so much at our fingertips.
We know what radicalized Brit, but what hasn't radicalized you, Laura? As we close
tyranny, 100%. I would probably be on board with this. Yeah, I would probably be on board with a lot of things if we didn't bring up discussions about removing Second Amendment, or doing whatever we can to get rid of people owning guns. That's one.
But who's talking about that?
I can bring up the article if you want, but then we're going to get into a whole different other area. Well, for next show we can talk about it. Okay. If you guys would allow me to lay out my case. Hold on. If you would allow me to lay out my case against it, why it is that I'm against it. I think you guys might have a clearer picture. And it's not. Yeah. Hold on. It's not on some racism. It's not on some racism shit. It's not some Trump derangement syndrome shit. It's not because I don't want America to be first. It's not because I'm not patriotic, because I love our country. I love that you and I are different, but we can have this debate. It revolves around our basic rights. It revolves around the Constitution. It revolves around due process. And when I hear these even slight hints or discussions that feel like no, we're gonna do it. I'm like, no, man. That's where I step back. That's my line. That's where I draw the fucking line. We're totally
with you. We don't, any U.S. citizen or anybody that was wrongfully deported, that's completely wrong. You have to do due process. You have to do your checks and balances. We're with you on that.
But they're not. And here's the thing. Exactly. And what I'm going to say here is that you're like, the right can be like, and Trump supporters can be like, no, well, those are just illegal immigrants. And But here's what I'm going to say. That's your first line of fucking defense, my friends.
Every life is a life.
That's your first line of defense when it comes to your fucking rights, is that everybody that is here is allowed due process. And when they start taking it away from those people, you're next. You're next. And when you start
regulation never steps back.
Yeah. And so when you start talking about eliminating due process, when you start stopping people at borders, asking if they said anything negative, going against the First Amendment, if they said anything negative about the government or the president, I don't think that's good. You should be able to criticize your government. When they start talking about, hey, we're going to label Trump derangement syndrome as a real mental illness and take people's guns away for that, I don't think that that's cool. When they start talking about, hey, no birthright citizenship, and I don't care because it's in the Constitution, it is what it is, then I start to be like, no, you're trying to change things around so that you can concentrate power and take rights away from people. And I'll never, ever, under any administration, ever stand for that. And that's really where it stands for me. So I'm not
saying this administration is perfect by far, by any means. What I am saying is, if you shine a light and hold a scale to the Biden administration, which is really just Obama's administration, versus Trump's cabinet, and you put all of the items on a scale, I think they're going to balance in the odds that Trump is doing a better job for it.
That's another thing. When you start talking about a third term, I hear fucking, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not dismantling our constitution as we know it. We're not taking rights.
Yeah, well, I thought this was going to be a celebratory show. I didn't know you would be such a bummer on this one.
Yeah, man. It's it is what it is. So I stay cautious on that front.
Monies. We got the Abu Dhabi money. We got the
bullion. We got the bullion.
Wait, no. We do need to end on a good note. Eddie, congratulations, my brother. Nephew, I'm so fucking happy for you. I'm so bullish on you. I'm so excited because you have been riding the Robinhood wave. You and Brittany, congratulations on your bullion win. I'm really excited and I do want to hear more about that. So tell me exactly what the fuck happened there.
Oh my God, bro. So we tricked the system, bro. Like, so basically the whole thing came down to every dollar you put on the Robinhood was going to be a raffle ticket, right? But me and Brittany read the terms and conditions and we realized there was this non-purchase necessary clause. And we were like, what the fuck is this? So we opened it up and it was like every stamped letter, and a stamp costs like fucking 52 cents or something. Every stamped letter you send into to Robinhood's sweepstakes partner would be worth 3,000 raffle entries.
Wow.
So instead of sending $1 in per entry, we told her mom about it. Her mom was super excited and was like, oh, I have all these stamps. So we ended up
instead we paid 78 cents.
That's why you guys were like, let me get these stamps. I need to get these stamps.
And she came through with all the stamps and we sent that. We had to, all you had to do was like put your information in an envelope, stamp it, send it to Robinhood Sweepstakes Gold. That had to do with Merkle. And we sent out like at
600
least
total.
Yeah, at least 200 each. It was three of us. And so to be honest, they haven't even named all the winners. So like
Mine is on the way.
All I know is I've gotten hit with the email, but like some people haven't even they haven't did an official list yet. But we saw that in the terms and conditions, which is something nobody reads, and we sent that in and we were like, you know what, we have a good chance of winning the big one is what we're aiming for. And I was like, and if all of us just win the 2.5G, if one of us win, then we almost claw back all our money. If two of us win, we get more than all of our money back. If all three of us win, even the small one, you know, we're golden, and literally and figuratively. Yeah. And then that was the gist of it, is like we looked at the system and we did it right.
I love it, dude. Congratulations. I hope all three of you win.
There is some more to the story too, because I was like, they were supposed to give us the announcement of who won on the 21st of April. So I emailed them. They said I didn't win. So I went through Robinhood. They led me to another email through the sweepstakes company. I gave them my email. They said, you didn't win. And then 2 weeks passed and I got an email that said I won. And so I'm triple checking it to make sure this is no scam or anything. It was good. I confirmed some stuff. And then I'm basically waiting for one more email until the gold is sent to me.
And how much gold is it?
It's 2.5 grams.
And we're still going to win the big one, though. The big one is on the way.
What's the value?
$300.
Sick, dude. I fucking love it, dude. Fucking congratulations.
You know the history of my luck too. So it's so funny that we saw this fun opportunity.
Yeah.
Took advantage of it.
But it was literally when we were sending them and we're like, oh, what if we win? It was like, no, not what if we win. When we win, then this happens. You really have to speak your life into existence. You just have to.
That big one's coming still. Then that means it probably isn't the 2.5. It's probably the 95K one.
Also, making a video. If you want something bad, making a video and recording yourself saying that, hey, I won this, it's already mine. That helps too.
Britt made me make a video saying,
yeah, you told me about
I won. I won already. I got the Robinhood gold. They're sending it to me. I'm just waiting for the package. I can't believe I did it. She made me make a video already, so I should share that at some point. But yeah,
and I wanted, it really does pay with Robinhood to read the terms and conditions and just to be so immersed into that company, because Vlad is always doing little.
It's like he had an NFT before, and he was like, "Yo, I need to make this
let me
happen
some
for these
Easter
people."
eggs and stuff like that. It's very, very cool.
So I love that, dude. Congratulations. I know you guys had a hard out at 10. Lastly, shout out Lucid. Lucid, I'll hit you in the DMs. I know that you live in the tri-state area with me, I got some socks for you, buddy, to send your way. You're tonight's winner, because we always have fucking winners here. Nothing but fucking winners. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out Not NFT NYC. Going down June, the last Thursday in June. We're going to be having all kinds of things, man. We're going to have
Democrats, Republicans.
Lord, you want to tell them about our
comedians,
party next week? Our party next Thursday?
Yeah. Next Thursday, bring fucking beers is what I will say about next Thursday. We are going to have an alpha packed agenda for you guys. It's going to be a lot about not NFT NYC. If you want to get your tickets, you want to know when tickets open, you are going to want to join us live on that show. Bring beers. We'll probably have a commercial ready, popped up for you. Bring beers, bring energy. Yeah, man, bring cash. You're gonna need something like that. Until then, have fun, be safe, do community service, fight the system, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Fight the system. And we'll talk to you all later. Peace.